What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, we keeping a running tally over here about these predictions for Deontay Wilder and what would happen with Anthony Joshua. Luis Ortiz speaks his mind, and I thought it was worth sharing because it's fun. Look, man, I know you guys are nervous, man. I know you Anthony Joshua fans are nervous. Okay? You got a guy that you think is the be all and end all. He's got the big stadiums. He's getting the big money. But man, if you recall, two of the last time they fought in the same month was March. It was Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, and Luis Ortiz. Now, 3 of the 4 heavyweights that were involved in those fights have all picked Deontay Wilder to knock out Anthony Joshua. And quite honestly, I have a suspicion that all 4 of them make that prediction. And that's the reason this fight ain't happening, man. Now, like I said, man, I know there are a lot of people that are like, hey, man, this subject is old. Yes, I know the subject is old. Absolutely. We'll definitely be making videos about other topics as well. But man, look, we've been this far down this road, so might as well just cover what's said about it. And it is what it is, man. We're going to have good conversations about boxing. And the heavyweight division is the '1 division in boxing, in my opinion. And this thing that was going on with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, in my mind, is it's one of the most important topics in boxing right now, because when the heavyweight division is healthy, boxing is healthy. And people talk a lot about saving the sport of boxing. I think one of the biggest things, the biggest remedy to what ails the sport of boxing is to have the heavyweight division active, everyone facing one another, whether it's 1 time or 2 times. But when you have a healthy heavyweight division with a lot of competition in the heavyweight division, typically speaking, you have a very healthy sport of boxing. When the heavyweights are not healthy, when the heavyweight division is not having top-level fighters fighting one another and giving people opportunity to see the big boys go at it, the sport's just not as healthy as it is during those times, right? Every once in a while, you'll get a nice little bit of time, like with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. But that's just not as exciting as, the big boys, where one punch can end the fight at any time. So, but let me tell you what Luis Ortiz said. Luis Ortiz says Deontay Wilder would knock out Anthony Joshua in 3 rounds. Specifically, what he says is Wilder would knock out Joshua in 3 rounds. Ortiz said to Premier Boxing Champions, Wilder's the faster and more aggressive of the 2 fighters. Of the 2 fighters, Wilder probably has the better chin. Joshua will not be able to withstand Wilder's punching power. Vladimir Klitschko put Joshua on his butt, and a younger Vladimir would have gotten him out of there. Wilder will not forget what Klitschko did to Joshua, so I see Wilder being all over him and Joshua hitting the floor. Joshua will have no answer for Wilder's style, which is a crazy powerful approach coupled with his chin. With all of that being said, Wilder is a superior fighter. Joshua will not be able to stand his punches at all, point blank, period. Let's repeat that sentence. With all that being said, Wilder is the superior fighter. Joshua will not be able to withstand his punches at all, point blank, period. Now, what did Luis Ortiz say strikes him the most about Deontay Wilder? He said his chin. His chin. And why would Luis Ortiz be able to talk about his chin and about his power? Because Luis Ortiz got hit with those bombs, and Luis Ortiz landed bombs on Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder did not go down. He's more aggressive, he's faster, and more aggressive. Did you notice how in the Luis Ortiz fight, how when Luis Ortiz got Deontay Wilder in trouble, he couldn't catch him? I don't think he's just talking about his feet. I mean, his hands. I think he's also talking about his feet. And there's one thing that Deontay Wilder is, just looking at him, and I think is very, very underappreciated about Deontay Wilder. When people look at his windmill style and complain about him not being a textbook European fighter, right? Is that he's an athlete. He's very fast. He's very long. He's agile. He's got very, very good very good endurance. And like I think I might have said something about his power, but he's got a power with his left hand and his right hand. And Anthony Joshua says, Luis Ortiz said, with all of that being said, Wilder is the superior fighter. While Joshua will not be able to withstand his punches at all. Point blank. Period. Luis Ortiz is saying that Deontay Wilder will mop the floor with Anthony Joshua. Joseph Parker, who fought Anthony Joshua, says he takes Deontay Wilder in that fight. The trainer for Joseph Parker, who was in the ring watching the fight up close and personal, said that Anthony Joshua will not beat Deontay Wilder. Teddy Atlas said that the handlers for Anthony Joshua would need to be put in jail if they put Anthony Joshua in there with Deontay Wilder. Anthony Joshua said just the other day, you train and fight Deontay Wilder. Fans train to be a boxer, and you face Deontay Wilder. You might think it's easy, but in reality, it's something else. I'm paraphrasing him. He doesn't want the fight, man. Okay? I don't care what Vegas puts on the odds, plus 250 odds. You go take that plus 250 odds, more than likely you're going to lose your money. I think most of the trainers that predict Anthony Joshua, like the Mayweather trainers, those guys probably, if you pressed them, probably haven't watched Anthony Joshua that closely. Probably haven't watched Deontay Wilder that closely. Definitely have not been in the ring with Deontay Wilder, and they tend to go with the person who they think is the more fundamentally sound boxer. But the people that have been in the ring, Eric Molina picked Deontay Wilder. And he's been in the ring with both of them. This is why Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn do not want to make this fight. This is why. Because of this sentence here. Joshua will have no answer for Wilder's style, which is a crazy, powerful approach, coupled with his chin. Joshua will have no answer for Wilder's style, which is a crazy, powerful approach coupled with his chin. And again, why would Luis King Kong Ortiz, a knockout puncher, somebody with as much punching power as Anthony Joshua has, one of the heaviest, hardest hitting heavyweights in boxing, who hit Deontay Wilder flush on the chin with the right hook and did not knock him down, hit him with several solid shots that Deontay Wilder took, shook off, came back, and knocked him out. And let's see how long does Deontay Wilder's power last? It's not cumulative because he knocked down Luis Ortiz, was in the 5th round, got hurt, weathered the storm, came back, knocked him out 6 rounds later. Power carries all the way through the fight. That's why the fight is not happening. That is why it's not happening. And you cats can say that somebody's not as scared when a dude says, I'm not going to sell my belts for $50 million. When he won't let somebody in the ring to look at him. When he says, fans, you fight Deontay Wilder. God, dog. How can you believe that this cat wants that fight. He doesn't. And why would somebody who has that type of power, who has that much respect from not just people that have fought him, people who have also fought Anthony Joshua, people who have fought, you've got Evander Holyfield saying it. Like, look, no, man, you got to understand about Deontay Wilder. You don't know how to prepare for Deontay Wilder. That guy's punches are coming from anywhere. And this is Evander Holyfield saying, I've seen him knock out people by hitting him with his palm on the top of their head. Like, that's usually when you break your hand, but Deontay Wilder can hit you on the top of the head and knock you out and not hurt his hand. He knocked out guys with the cuff. He's cuffed them and knocked them out. And what else does he say? The faster, more aggressive of the two fighters. He's not going to forget what he saw with Vladimir Klitschko. And you know what you saw when he fought Vladimir Klitschko? You saw Vladimir Klitschko for the first several rounds walk out and hit Anthony Joshua with a straight right hands. Boop, boop. Jab, straight right hand, straight down the middle. And Deontay Wilder does throw straight punches when he wants to. Not everything is some crazy windmill. That's what happens when he gets you hurt and he's trying to hit you anywhere with them bomb squads. So anyway, for you AJ fans out there who keep coming to my page, I'm having fun with you. Hopefully this fight will happen. You know, if it doesn't, it doesn't. Whatever's clever. But I know y'all don't like this. I know you don't like this. This is not just Luis Ortiz. This is not just Luis Ortiz and Evander Holyfield. This is not Luis Ortiz and Evander Holyfield and Lennox Lewis. This is not Mike Tyson said he wasn't impressed with Anthony Joshua's last deal. You got Roy Jones saying, nah, at this point, I want to see Anthony Joshua get a little better. He needs to get a little better. He needs to develop. He needs to get closer to his peak. Because right now, no. Teddy Atlas, no. They would be crazy to make that fight. Anthony Joshua, I'm not selling my belts for $50 million. Anthony Joshua, you fight that dude. I don't want to fight him. Man, anyway, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out to my man Luis Ortiz, who's going to be on this undercard. I do believe he's fighting next week. Looking forward to seeing Luis Ortiz back in action. And with that, I'm out. Peace.